So, Mr. Waschke, our conference today about labor market in the age of economy 4.0. We are discussing a lot of issues, but in your opinion, the main conclusion would be: is the digitalization and automatization more of a chance or a danger for the labor market?
My clear answer on that is that it is both. In a short period of time, it is a danger for low-skilled work, and that means that some people will lose their jobs. But that is not the answer on the future question, which is what does digitalization mean? If you look into society, everyone is starting to work with that, and the interesting discussion then was that all agree that the education and the skilling on all that topics focused on industry and jobs is the most important issue, which only can be developed in a holistic approach. That means the unions, the politicians, the industry, and at the end as well, everyone is a consumer. All these needs to be in a systematic approach together, find answers on that, and needs a structure. And it means not to wait what happens, but to act intensively and directly now. That is for me the outcome, and I think that worked very well to make clear on what points of interest one has to start working, and that's main issue is this education thing.
Yes, we've talked a lot about education. You're right, and one could say this will be the main starting point to be all right with this transition to the new economy, and maybe to focus a little bit more on our region. What about Poland in the Central and Eastern Europe? How do you think the factory economies like ours will play? Which role will they play in the global supply chains in these new conditions?
Well, actually, what we discussed was that there is a good chance for the CEE countries, or Poland especially here in that case, that they could step in many value-creating chains, but that doesn't happen accidentally. That means an active positioning of the country, of the economy. That means a strong support by the government, and it shows clearly there in the older economy there were certain projects which lead to that situation, that the factory economy got established in this country. And so my point is to make very clear there are more chances for the future than in the new 4.0 economy, and it needs strong discussions on what goal is in the room on that topic in Poland, and how could one develop it from now into the future. That is not a predictable issue then, that leads to the consequence that many would say, oh, we are losing jobs, we wouldn't go with that, and that's the worst case which could happen. And that was, I think, consensus in that discussion of experts.
So hopefully we'll find positive answers also for all these questions.
I'm convinced it's step by step.
In the long term.
And maybe on a long term, and you have to start it now. Now means during the next years. And it could also include the question, how could the Polish economy leapfrog, so jump into the future in distinguished areas of technology, services, and that needs a lot of creativity, different models of organization, of work, and well, we also discussed what is with the welfare state then, how does that work in the future, and I think our European values on that make very clear that we have to have solutions on that in mind as well. We don't want to copy different approaches like China or partly the US.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much.